Hello LGs, ladies and gents, welcome back to my channel. This is the lady at 60 plus. Actually, today's topic is going to be about turning 62, which is what I am getting ready to do next month, well, in a few weeks. And just wanted to come in and share with you guys some of the things that hopefully may help you make that decision if you want to retire early like I did. I retired when I was 54, I want to say, and I've been retired ever since. If you guys are interested, then of course continue to watch. Now, I had no intentions of retiring at 54. However, we had the opportunity, my husband and I, to move to California. His job was taking him to California, and they said it was going to be, a 3 to 6 months contract. But my husband has always excelled at whatever he did, and we both knew that it would be a longer contract than 3 to 6 months. And so I took that leap of faith and quit my job, and I traveled with him to California. It was an easy decision for me because both of our children were now out of our home, and either working. My son was working at the time, and my daughter had just started college. And during the 2 years that we were in California, my son, who was working at the time and had an apartment, he was able to watch our home during those 2 years, save up money, because of course all he had to do was pay utilities. And so he was able to save up a lot of his money. And when we finally came back to the U.S., when we finally came back to Charlotte, where we lived 2.5 years later, we were able to help him get his own place. So he was able to put a good down payment on a townhome, and we were able to move back into our home. And my daughter, both of our children loved coming out to California to visit. It took a while for our son to make that trip because he hates doing anything long distance, driving or flying. But my daughter absolutely loved it. She actually were able to get a internship at one of the banks in California during the summer. And so it was just a wonderful, wonderful experience. I'm so happy I made that decision to do that because, of course, when we returned 2.5 years later, that's when my husband became terminally ill. And so I am happy I made that decision. Absolutely would not change anything for those years that we had together in California. So after an extensive stay in several hospitals, my husband eventually transitioned at the age of 59. I was at that time 56 and not eligible for retirement. Because of the death of my husband, I was able to stay retired due to his insurance policies, his 401s, his pensions. Just money has started pouring in. And thankfully, it was enough for me to live off of until I was able to start getting his widow's pension at the age of 60. When I contacted Social Security to notify them of my husband's death, I was able to talk with a very knowledgeable person who let me know that at the age of 59, I needed to start the process of getting my widow's pension. And so I did that, and when I actually turned 60, all the paperwork had been done, and the checks, the widow's check started to come in, and I've been getting that ever since. Of course, when you take the widow's pension or any Social Security early, you do not get the 100% benefits that you would get if you waited until you were the actual age of retirement. And that age definitely depends on your date of birth. I was born in 62, so I would normally get my 100% benefit at the age of 65 or 67. They keep changing the age, so make sure you look that up. And of course, my husband, being that my husband deceased at the age of 59, he was not qualified to get his 100% either. And so I'm only getting about 71%, about 70 to 71% of my husband's pension, because he was not at the retirement age to get full benefits. And so I was able to live off again my savings, my savings, the insurance policies, and pensions of my husband until I reached the age of 60. And now here it is, 2 years later. Can't believe how fast the time has gone by, but here I am 2 years later, turning 62 and having to reevaluate if I want to continue my spousal support or apply for my own Social Security. For me, it's a no-brainer. My husband made way more money than I did during our careers, and so it will benefit me to stay on my widow support benefits than it would be for me to take 70% of my salary or my Social Security. But you definitely want to contact Social Security, or you can get online and have information sent to you. I just found this site that would, and I'll leave that in the description, where you can go in and have Social Security information sent to you via email or text, letting you know what your benefits are at any given time. For me, because we had that insurance policy and my husband's pensions, which is what I actually cashed in, I just took a bulk of that. Could have waited until my proper age of 60 to 65 to 67 to get his pension and have that pension once a month. But my financial advisor thought it would be best to just go ahead and get a lump sum and invest that money and make more money. That's something that you want to look at and see if the pension that you would get monthly would be better to just let it stay in your pension account and get a monthly income off of that, or you can take a bulk sum and then invest it and make money. By investing in the market, of course, after the pandemic, the market just shot up really high, and a lot of people made a lot of money during that time. So those are just some of the things that you want to think about as far as retiring early. Can you afford it? Here to Panama, the cost of living here is much lower, almost 60% lower than it is to live in the US, maybe even higher. And so my money stretches further here. Of course, I still have my villa there. I rent it out. It's become an investment property for me, and I do have property managers managing that side of my villa. Again, you want to, if you're going to stay in the United States, you're probably going to have to work. Unfortunately, you're going to have to work until you're 70 now. I think they've moved the age up, and before you are qualified to get 100% of your Social Security. All right, so I'm going to stop here. I can go on because there's a lot of steps involved, but I'll come back and do a follow-up on this video for you guys because it worked out for me to retire early. Being retired and staying retired, I didn't have to go back to work to make ends meet, but the cost of losing my husband, but it came at a high cost. You contact your Social Security local office and talk with them. Hopefully you'll get a very good agent, very knowledgeable. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, they assigned me someone in particular. So I had a direct contact number of a person I could talk to who were very knowledgeable about, when I could apply for my Social Security benefits. So make sure you contact your local office and get someone an assigned agent and who knows the ins and outs of Social Security. All right, so thanks for watching. I hope this is helpful to you guys, and I will see you hopefully next week. This is the Lady at 60 signing off for now. Bye. Be blessed and a blessing.